Welcome! Welcome to another video surprise of the day. Today we're going to look at the 2026 Lexus TX500h. Before we get started, 2026 Lexus TX500h all-wheel drive is a step above the TX350. So this one has the hyper system. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, you'll be notified new videos. And if you like my video to the end, please help me out with a thumbs up. All the TX comes in a TX350, that just uses a 2.4 liter turbo engine. There's the TX500h, which has the 2.4 liter turbo engine and the hybrid system. And there's a plug-in hybrid, it's called the TX550h Plus. This beautiful color we're looking at is called Celestial Silver. Celestial Silver is also on many Toyota products as well. Yes, the TX resembles a upscale version of the Toyota Grand Highlander. Yes, but it's more refined and also has better handling. So in this one, we're going to look at is the TX500h. I think get the best of the turbo and the hyper system. So what's the pricing going to be like on this one? So Celestial Silver, 2.4 liter, 366 net combined horsepower, 6-speed automatic transmission, and also the direct 4 all-wheel drive. 27 mpg for this big vehicle, and it's going to give you a lot of horsepower, not bad. And these are 69,160 MSRP, tops out at about 78K. So pricing is going to be a little bit more expensive than say the 2025 model, because Lexus or Toyota has risen the prices. There'll be a lot of reasons to raise the price, and not going to go into those details because it's one of those things that automobiles are getting more expensive. So this one is Windchill Pearl. Yeah, Windchill Pearl, very beautiful. Do a quick walk around for you right here. Yes, you can see from the wheels, this is going to be the TX500h. I'm noticing more and more these TXs are arriving at dealerships and people haven't purchased them because they're still pretty pricey. And you could get these luxury SUVs, 3-row luxury SUVs that is, at comparable prices compared to some of the American counterparts, right? And yes, the B pillar, that thing is actually black, glossy black, but you just have the tape there. It doesn't come as white, just something to note. And the mirrors, the mirror caps, that is, it's actually black. Now here's the picture of it inside the showroom. And I thought it's interesting to note is like, it looks more different, I guess, when it's inside and outside. But definitely the color looks really beautiful, no doubt about that. And I'm at Lexus of Pleasanton waiting for my car to be serviced. So I thought I'd make some video. Yes, this is a TX500h. This one is about 76K, a little bit under 76K, 76,363, and 27 city, 28 highway. Not bad overall. They estimate fuel cost is about 2,300. This is actually one of my favorite colors. I did a quick shirt on this one. When I saw it, is the color is called Incarnito, right? And it looks really nice with the black mirror caps and the highlights of the black, and on this beautiful color as well. So let's start out with this review. Look at the engine compartment. Yes, and you have to find the latch. Actually, it's in the middle. That's why I noticed that right there. And this vehicle is actually charging, so I got to be really careful. And like I did in the other video, the TX, yes, they have a insulation blanket in the hood over here that keeps the noise out. But this is the hyper system, and it's charging. You notice the charging, you take out the fuse box. This one, they seem to connect to the little metal down here in the bottom, so which is interesting, right? Some of the charging, they connect to the hook version on the engine. So yes, it's a turbo 2.4 liter turbo engine, so you can see that there. And that's the difference between these. And since the hyper system is in the front, that means the battery is going to be in the back of the vehicle. So keep note of that. So if you have no hyper system like the TX350. That would be in the front. As we walk around this beautiful vehicle, I think the styling is very modern, especially the front grille. Yes, uh, all wheel arches are painted the same color as the body color, which is quite nice. Very boxy, very rectangular, and pretty much very Grand Highlander, which is fine. You want a boxy vehicle because you want a three-row SUV, and this doesn't disappoint at all. And I like how the Lexus spelled out on the back and the big bar. So you can see over here, even with the three seats up, the second and third row up, you still have plenty of space to store stuff. You still get groceries and stuff like that. And the advantages of having a three-row SUV is basically you have storage and you have room for the passengers. So if you go on a vacation or anything like that, or you commute and you need a lot of room for passengers, this is going to be the most comfortable vehicle that Lexus has in particular, where it's a three-row SUV. So it's not going to be a minivan, of course. Lexus doesn't have minivan. You have to go to the Toyota Sienna or something like that, right? So yes, the hood is open, and I'm going to start out with the front driver's side door here. And this one has the Mark Levinson sound system, which is great. Yes, there are some reported problems with the Mark Levinson sound system, and those are being worked out. Lumbar support on the seats, and these seats spelled out F Sport on the headrest there. It's mighty comfortable, but pretty firm overall. It's not as soft, but it's really nice. And the seats have three different settings: the storage area there, the hood release, and I find the steering wheel is really nice and interesting with all these perforations on it, right? And you got the big infotainment screen, and you have the T charger open up in the glove compartment, two cup holders, and the special shifter that you find in most of the newer Lexus as well. Passenger side looks just as great. The seats are really comfortable overall. All the seats have perforations as well too, so a lot of room. Definitely built for a bigger family or bigger, more passenger type of vehicle, right? It's gonna be looks pretty big outside as well, but definitely not that hard to drive. And I wouldn't say the TX500 would disappoint in any way at all, because it definitely, for this model, 366 horsepower, it's more than adequate power, right? And you get the nice infotainment screen. I have that personally on my NX, and it looks great and works great. And I know Lexus and Toyota have changed the new infotainment in the future, but that's later on. Glass holder, you got the map lights. I like the sway feel of the roof material here. And overall, I mean, it's just a nicely sized vehicle. Not much different than the TX350 that I did a video on not too long ago. And nice material. I don't know how long it will last, but definitely, if you keep in good shape, I guess it will last a long time. Glove compartment is felted and it's pretty nice. Some rooms for storage. Couldn't fit a laptop in there probably though. And soft touch. Yeah, it got the Mark Levinson sound system speakers. You got lumbar support. That's a really nice thing to ask for if you're in the front passenger seat. You want comfort? Yeah, you're gonna have lumbar support. Otherwise, it's not gonna be comfortable. And some of the automakers are starting to skimp on that as well. In this vehicle in particular, since the hybrid ones only have captain's chair, they don't have a bench seat in the middle. Yeah, you only could sit two, two, and two. You only six passengers. So in most cases, it would be big enough for most families. And if you plan to keep this vehicle for a longer term, you're gonna have a lot of good enjoyment out of it, because everything is well defined, good quality material, fit and finish is great. Sport is spelled out, and the headrest there looks really nice and classy. And the seats are okay. I don't really care too much about the contour. The bolsters are too a little bit aggressive or anything like that, but it's not really the best. I prefer less aggressive bolsters though. Yes, you have the button, you could just press it and the seat will go forward. Yes, you got the climate control system in the second row as well. Visibility out the second row is actually pretty nice. I mean, and I'm just looking at this particular vehicle, and if you have a lot of storage or things to move around, sporting events to go to, yeah, this might be the one to get. In particular, you want something nice, something lasts long, something comfortable, and something that has a third row. Just press this button on the second row, then the seat goes forward automatically, and the third row is pretty comfortable overall. And I'm 5'7", I fit there fine. Yes, you could control the seats as well over here. You could make it go up and go down, and that's pretty nice. So you don't have to go lift it or find a way to get the seats up. So that's one of those options that really make this vehicle stand out. And it does take a little bit time, so you got to be really patient. And the headrests are going to move up manually, right? And the seats do recline on the third row a little bit. And looking at the back of the vehicle, well, I'm just going to close it here, but there's plenty of room that I mentioned earlier. So what tires are using? Well, they're using these Continental tires. And let's see if we can get the exact tire size for you over here, if I can find it. And it's going to be the 255/45 R22. So these are 22-inch wheels in particular. So the price for 2025 one, how much was that? So this one's filmed on the 2025 just a few weeks ago, and the price actually went up for the base MSRP $500. So this one was 76,209. If you go back on the video in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit higher because the price of everything, including cars, has gone up. So of course, you can probably try to negotiate with some of the dealers here, and there's plenty of TXs around. So if you need a bigger SUV, I will put the TX500H on your list. Hopefully you like this video. I really appreciate a thumbs up, comment or share. Please leave it below. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye.